everyone, this is Miss Caroline at the Southeast Regional Library. I am outside all by myself, so I'm going to go ahead and take my mask off since it's safe for me not to wear a mask when I'm all by myself. Alright, well, welcome to Spray Bottle Art. We're going to be doing a really cool craft today, and I will jump into showing you what you're going to need in order to do this craft. Alright, so in order to do this craft, you'll just need a few things. You're going to need a spray bottle. I got these on Amazon, but you can also find them at Walmart, the dollar store, probably at Target. They're fairly inexpensive, and as long as they've got one of these adjustable nozzles, that's really what we need in order to kind of adjust how our spray is going to look. There's also paint in here, so you're going to need some kind of acrylic or washable colored paint. You'll need tape, you'll need a glue stick, you'll need some white paper, specifically white so that we can see the paint turn out on the paper, and then some little cutouts. So I'm using these little pieces of paper that we cut out from our die cut machine, but you can also use a Cricut, or you can print pictures off of the internet and just cut them out from cardstock or printer paper. And last but not least, you're gonna need a box, something that the top is open and you can tape a piece of paper onto the inside. So let me show you how to set this up. All right, so we're gonna take our box like this so that we can see the opening facing out toward us. You're gonna grab one of your pieces of white paper and one of your cutouts and glue your cutout wherever you would like on that white piece of paper. We're gonna have to peel our cutout off of the paper when we're done spray painting. So make sure you don't glue it on too well. You want it just enough so that there aren't any gaps between your little cutout and the paper, but not so good that you can't peel it off when we're done. I'm pretty confident that we're gonna be able to peel it right off. Alright. So once you've got glue all over the back of your figure, you can just flip it over and stick it to the white paper so that it looks something like this. Alright, and now we're going to take our tape and tape our white paper to the back of this cardboard box. It doesn't really matter where you place it in the box as long as you can see your little cat back there, or whatever figure you decide. Alright, so we've got our shape taped to our box, and now we're going to set our box in the dirt. I recommend doing this either on the driveway or in gravel or in dirt so that any of the spray paint you get on your picture doesn't get all over your sidewalk or any kind of like floors inside. I definitely recommend doing this one outside. Alright, this is the fun part. So we are going to take our spray bottle and put a little bit of paint inside of the spray bottle, and then you're going to water the paint down just a little bit so that it's easy to spray. There's really no exact measurement to this, so whenever you shake up your paint and water mixture, it should just be enough to kind of spray when you pull the little trigger here. So not super thick, but also not super thin that it's running all over the place when you spray it. So let's get to the fun part. All right, we're gonna take our spray bottle and just spray it right down at the box here. So I'm gonna have to kneel. All right, are we ready? Alright, it looks super cool. I'm so excited to show you. Our paint is still wet, so I don't want to take it out of the box just yet, but you can see how cool it looks. So like I was saying, this is where you can adjust the nozzle on the sprayer and get more of a fine mist, or you can have some of these bigger dots like I have here. That means that it was just turned up a little more on like a pointed spray rather than a mist. So I think that looks super cool. We're gonna take this one out and let it dry, and then we'll do another one. All right, I've got my C for Caroline glued onto my paper. I'm gonna tape it into the same box we used last time and try to avoid getting a lot of paint on my hands. Well, I came out pretty much unscathed. Let's go ahead and set our box down and we'll spray again. Okay, so I'm gonna actually turn the nozzle on my sprayer this time and tighten it up a little bit, see if I can get a little bit of a finer mist. Ooh, it's painty. All right, I said I was gonna come out of this without paint on my hands, but that's not the case. So I've tightened up the nozzle a little bit. Let's see how that changes our paint. All right, let's see how it looks. Ooh, I like the way that one turned out. Really cool. All right, so here is our cat painting. My cat has already kind of lifted off the paper, so it should be fairly easy to peel. Come on, little kitty. Ooh, I recommend doing this with 2 hands. There we go. Oh, it looks so cool. Let me get this little fleck of paper off. There we go. Oh, how cute. So we have my little kitty outlined in purple paint. Super cute. All right, let's see our C. I think this one's gonna be pretty cool too. Oh, this one's not dry. Let's see. Oh, that one looks really cool too. Super fun. So those turned out really awesome. I love it. And my cat. Very cool. If you and your family are looking for some other fun crafts to do, you can go to Overdrive or Libby and search for craft books for kids. And it's going to come up with a whole catalog of books that would be fun for kids to do, the family to do together. So you can see there's Martha Stewart's favorite crafts. There's some food crafts that look really fun. Murals your kids can do if you trust them with the walls. There's all kinds of really awesome craft books that Overdrive offers, and you can borrow them for 2 weeks, totally free with your library card, and it goes right to your tablet, so it'd be super easy to look at these different instructions. So here is one of the craft books. This one's Mason Jar Crafts for Kids, and you can preview it to make sure that you have enough ingredients or supplies. They have all the instructions and a couple of pictures in the front of the book here of different crafts that you can do. Gives you a little bit of instruction on what mason jars are. And then you can see the super cute summer craft and all the instructions you need so that you can be prepared to do the craft before you borrow the book. We also have a lot of really great craft books here at the library. You can see the Children's Book of Art there. Some scrap paper instructions you can do. Get into art with animals, and super cute. So if you are interested in borrowing a physical book from our collection to do crafts with the kids, then please feel free to reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to put some books on hold for you. Or you can even book a librarian and we can curate some books for you. You can just let us know what kind of books your kids like, what kind of crafts your kids like to do. If your kids are interested in drawing, we've got tons of drawing books. We can pull those from there for you so that you can have a physical book at home that you can pick up from our curbside pickup service. Well, that was super fun and a really successful little craft project. I hope you give it a try, and if you do, be sure to post a picture of your painting to our Facebook page. We would love to see some of your creations, and I hope you give Overdrive a look and check out some of the craft books that we have available there. We've got a lot of really awesome content that you can download there and then create your own craft projects at home. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you're staying safe, staying healthy, and we hope to see you really soon. Bye!